You wake up, check your phone, and somehow it's already night again. The day felt full, messages, tasks, notifications, things to do. But when you try to remember what actually happened, it's strangely empty. Weeks pass like this, then months, then years. And one day you notice something unsettling. Life feels faster than ever, but nothing seems to be moving forward. This isn't just you, and it isn't a coincidence. Something has changed in the way time works. Not clocks, not calendars, but how time feels. A century ago, life moved slowly, but milestones were clear. You could point to seasons, to rituals, to beginnings and endings. Now everything moves quickly, but the lines have blurred. Work follows you home. Home feels like work. Rest feels guilty. And progress feels invisible. Sociologists call this time compression. But that phrase doesn't capture what it's like to live inside it. Because compressed time doesn't feel short. It feels slippery. You're always busy, yet strangely behind. Always occupied, yet oddly unfulfilled. Psychologists noticed something strange when smartphones became universal. People weren't just losing attention, they were losing temporal memory. Days stopped forming distinct shapes. When every moment is interrupted, nothing gets fully experienced. And when nothing is fully experienced, the brain struggles to store it. That's why last year feels like a blur. That's why childhood felt longer. It wasn't because time was slower. It was because it was undivided. Today, life is sliced into fragments. A message here, a notification there, a quick scroll while waiting, a podcast while eating, a video while resting. Nothing is allowed to be just one thing anymore. Even boredom has been eliminated. And boredom, it turns out, was doing something important. Researchers once believed boredom was useless, but newer studies suggest it was a kind of mental doorway. Boredom gave the mind room to wander, to reflect, to connect moments into meaning. Without it, time becomes a flat surface, smooth, fast, and strangely empty. But there's another layer to this. Because modern life didn't just speed up time. It removed the markers that told us we were progressing. For most of human history, life came in chapters. Apprenticeship, adulthood, stability, elderhood. Now many of those chapters no longer exist. Careers no longer ladder upward. Homes no longer represent arrival. Stability feels temporary. You don't arrive anymore. You just continue endlessly. Economists call this permanent instability, but emotionally it feels like being stuck on a moving walkway. You're exerting effort, you're moving fast, but the scenery never changes. This creates a quiet kind of grief. Not the grief of loss, but the grief of postponement. The feeling that real life is about to start. Once you finish this project, once you earn a little more, once things slow down, except they never do. And the cruel twist is this. The faster life moves, the less evidence you have that you lived it. Photos pile up, but memories fade. Messages multiply, but conversations shrink.